Today I want to talk actually specifically to seniors and parents of seniors. This is a big time. There's a lot going on and it's fun, it's exciting. I mean, we're at the middle of April, so they've heard from their schools, maybe other than a few out there on the wait list here and there. Their end of the year celebrations are happening. Some of them already happened, like their last sporting event, their last musical, the last band performance, whatever those things may be. There are dances and proms and other celebrations that are going to be taking over in the next few weeks. But they're also still not quite finished with school. And what we see, and especially what I saw working in schools surrounded by the students on a regular basis, is that senioritis and the desire to take your foot off the gas are really real. It's a real phenomenon that we see seniors go through year in and year out. I get it. It's been a long time coming and they are tired and they have worked hard and they are, quite frankly, ready to be done with it all. And we want them to be at that point. Quite honestly, I used to say this all the time in school. We want you to be so tired of being here because that means you're ready to move on to what comes next. And we don't want you to misbehave and act ugly about it, but we get it, that you're ready to take the next step. And that's what a lot of times this behavior is demonstrating to us, that they are ready for that. But we can't let them completely let up academically. And by now, hopefully things are getting sealed up. AP classes are coming to an end in the next couple of weeks. AP exams will begin in May. So for a lot of them, they really are very near the end. So my first bit of advice is encourage them to just hang on. Remind them that this is kind of that last 100 yards of the marathon that they've been running, and it's amazing how you can often find a little more steam for that last little push when you really dig deep, and it's really important that they do so. I get asked this question a lot, like, what if I don't? What if I actually do fall apart a little bit and my grades drop at the end of my senior year? Well, it is true. Colleges can absolutely rescind an offer of admission if there's a dramatic change overall in a student's academic profile. So what does dramatic mean? That could be a little bit different for every college, but in general, I'm talking about grades across the board going from A's and B's to D's. And I'm not talking about one class, I'm talking about a sincere drop across all subjects that really is cause for alarm. Like, what is going on? And in some cases, maybe something legitimately happened that can be explained, but it can't just be that I gave up a month before the finish line. So it's really important that they keep on pushing right through all of that so that their grades aren't in danger. Again, a college is going to at least reach out and in most cases give an opportunity to provide some context and explanation. And sometimes that's all they want. Sometimes it still doesn't mean that they're going to take the offer back, but you just need to be prepared to articulate whatever the circumstances may be. And if it was, in fact, not pushing all the way through the finish line, you've got to own up to that too. So it's just real important that you are thinking about being mindful about those kinds of things. It's, again, seniors, if you're the ones listening, this is your final push. It is, you've done so much, you can make it. I know you can. But a few other just tips that I like to share with seniors at this time of year. Setting some goals sometimes is really helpful. Just jotting down simple, small steps that are going to help you be motivated to finish out the year strong. Maybe it's a reward that you decide you're going to provide. Parents, you may be providing the reward, but maybe work with your senior on it together about, okay, well, if you can do these things, push through this, set up the expectations that these things have to be done, then the reward is whatever you deem on the other side of that. That's a possibility. Some students are very motivated by the idea of a reward, so to speak, on the other side of it. And they should be celebrated. The wins and the small victories along the way should absolutely be celebrated. So parents providing positive feedback, that's the word I'm looking for, is helpful in this process, and just reminding them consistently that they are almost there and you're proud of them and you just want them to keep doing their best throughout this process. For seniors, I often say, find your support system. Whoever they are, you know it, they're already there, they exist. Lean into those people, your friends, your teachers, your counselors, your parents, your siblings, whoever provides you with support and you feel is a motivating force for you. Lean into those and make sure that they know that you're trying to fight through this last little bit and giving you encouragement. Sometimes you have to ask for it. And so just making sure that people know what you need when it comes to that. If you're really struggling, sometimes you just need a change in terms of your approach. And that sounds like a big thing at this late stage of the game. But what I really mean by that is it could be as simple as change where you're studying, change where you sit to write your paper that's due for the end of this course that you're taking. Go to the library if that's not what you normally do, because again, maybe working in a group would be something different just to kind of ease some of this last push feeling of stress that you might be experiencing. So whatever you can do routine-wise that can be changed up a little bit, sometimes it just gives you a new perspective because it is something different in terms of all that. And then I still think it's really worth noting here that we really want seniors to be prioritizing staying healthy as much as they can, not only physically, but especially mentally. There is a lot, and they feel a lot of pressure. Mental health issues are very real in our teenage cohort, and so we want them to feel supported. We want them to be reminded that whatever their effort is, as long as they made the effort, which they can control, then that's the most important part. So doesn't matter what their effort is. Really, the outcomes are the least of our worries. We want them to be making the effort and being able to look back and say to themselves, I tried my best in terms of all of this. And again, for seniors, when you decide to kind of let up on all of this, you're only going to ultimately disappoint yourself. And I think that's really important to keep in mind. So parents, if you're the ones listening, my encouragement to you is actually maybe share this with a senior in your life, so that they can hear those 5 kind of tips and some thoughts that I have to share. But also then for you as the parent to also take it easy on yourself. This has been a journey. You may have all kinds of emotions around graduation, whether it's your first, your middle, your last, whatever number they are in the order. There's a lot that we feel in this process with them as well. And so you need to celebrate the victories and the fact that they're getting to the finish line. And even if it has been a stumbling block here and there, you've done it. And when you're at that point as a parent, you have a lot to be proud of and to celebrate as well. And so just letting them know that and letting them know that you're proud is really important in this process. I'm always here to chat. I love helping parents through this process. If you're interested in joining our monthly college prep club where I answer questions directly from parents, we would love to have you. You can find out more information about that on my website or send me a message. Take care.